Hi everyone, my name is Jess. Welcome to Free Yoga at the Library. We have this every Monday night. If you can't come in person, you can always stream it online. So we're streaming today, Facebook, Vimeo, YouTube, all of the above, so you can check it out there. We are going to get started on our backs today. So just come down onto your back in Shavasana. A couple of options you can also take are with the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. If you have two blocks, it's sometimes nice to rest both knees on the blocks. Or you can have your feet planted with the knees up towards the ceiling for a little bit of release in the low back, with the feet towards the outer edges of your mat and the knees knocked in. So 3 different options to start. Find which one is calling to you, maybe a little bit more opening in the hips or a little bit of relaxation in Shavasana. Once you've found your comfortable position, just take a moment to settle, get all the wiggles out, relax your neck down, bring the shoulder blades underneath the back slightly to lift the chest, let the hips fall, let the legs fall down. And just bring your awareness to this space and to your body on the mat. Before we start moving here, take inventory on how you feel today. Making sure that as we keep moving, you are honoring that, honoring your practice, honoring what your body needs, rather than forcing ourselves to do something. So I'll be offering modifications that you may choose to take at any time. While you're here on your back, start to tap into your breath. Not passing any judgment just now, just noticing how the inhales and the exhales travel through the nose, down the throat, inflating the belly. And each exhale, feel the breath leave just the same way it came in, deflating in the belly, the chest, and the throat. Maybe close the eyes down to deepen that connection and really tune in to your body. Take an inhale through the nose for a count of 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. You can use this Sama technique, Sama breathing, making the lengths of your inhales and exhales the same duration to help you tap back into your practice if you find your mind is wandering. You can also always repeat inhale and exhale. As we start to wind down for the evening, maybe you have an intention for the rest of your night, for the rest of your day. This can be an I am statement. This can be a wish, desire, whatever you choose to bring. For the next 5 rounds of breath, I'll be silent to let you truly tap in and ground yourself before we start to practice. Take an inhale through the nose to start the first round of breath. After you've completed your 5 rounds of breath, if you are in Supta Baddha Konasana or supine bound angle, take your hands to the outsides of both knees to gently close the legs together with the feet planted. And if you have your legs long, pull the knees into the chest by planting both feet. And everyone pull both knees into the chest. You can start to make circles with your ankles, keeping the spine long, neck long. Lift the chin, tucking it towards the chest to find some space in the neck. On your next inhale, take a deep breath in, pull the knees in towards the chest. And on your exhale, take the knees over towards the right, coming into a supine twist. Your gaze can be over towards the left, if that feels comfortable on your neck. The goal here is not to necessarily get your knees down, but to keep that twist in the spine by keeping the left shoulder blade down on the mat. We'll take 3 breaths here. Deep inhale through the nose, deep exhale out. On your next inhale, start to bring the knees back over the midline with your back flat on the mat. And on your exhale, take the knees to the other side, grounding down through that right shoulder, keeping the neck and spine long. Take 3 breaths here. Deep inhales through the nose. Deep exhale out. On an inhale, start to roll back onto your back. Pull the knees back in towards the chest. Reach the legs up towards the ceiling, straightening the legs. And on an exhale, bending at the knees, grab for the outer edges of the feet to come into happy baby. Be gentle here. This is a deep hip opener for the beginning of our practice. Maybe play around by rocking side to side, extending one leg at a time. Soles of the feet are pointed up towards the ceiling, and the thighs are pressing down outside of the ribs. On your next inhale, pull the knees back in towards the chest. Start to rock lengthwise on your spine. Take about 3 rocks to come up to a seat, and we'll meet an easy seat with our legs crossed out in front of us. From your easy seat, I invite you to keep your eyes closed down if that feels comfortable. Really just connecting your breath with your movement, not necessarily needing your eyes to do that. It's just your body, just your mind. On an inhale, start to drop the chin down towards the chest and send the neck over towards the right, taking neck circles. If it feels good in any spot, feel free to stay there, hang out for a little bit. And then switch the direction of your neck rolls. Chin down towards the chest, back of the head towards the back of the room, and all the way around and down. On your next inhale, take the chin down towards the chest. Exhale to lift. On your next inhale, come back to a neutral seated position, looking straight forward. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. On an inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take your left hand down towards the left side of your mat. Right arm reaches up and over. Keeping your right hip crease down on the mat. Maybe take the gaze up towards the right hand. And take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale takes you over to the other side. Right hand reaches down towards the mat, or towards the side of your mat. Maybe the gaze goes up towards the left palm. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale brings you back forward. Exhale, twist, right hand to the outside of the left knee, left arm behind you. Initiate this twist in the top part of your spine rather than forcing it with your arm. Inhale to lengthen, sit up nice and tall. Exhale to twist. And stay here for one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, facing back forward, coming out of that twist. And exhale, twist towards the other side. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Gently resting here, and then inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach up forward. Exhale, side bend over towards the left. Inhale forward, connecting our breath to movement. Exhale towards the right. Inhale up and exhale, twist. Inhale forward and exhale, twist. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Interlace the hands, press the palms up towards the ceiling, but drop the shoulders away from the ears. And notice that everyone's shoulders drop back down. On an inhale, slightly lift the chest, open. Exhale, round the spine, bring the palms down in front of your face. Inhale to lengthen and stretch up. Exhale to come back down. Just a slight floss of the shoulders. Inhale up. And exhale down. Slowly roll over your shins and come into tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Mine are about hip-width distance apart, so find that position for yourself with your head in line with your tailbone. And just ground down through all 10 fingers. Find your foundation. On an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone, come into cow. Exhale into cat, round the spine, chin towards the chest. Pressing down through the hands to open the backs of the shoulders. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round the spine, come into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Take some free organic movement, working maybe between those two poses, or circle the hips. Sway the hips from side to side. Just take a brief moment to close down the eyes, work out whatever kinks you need. Maybe that means flipping the wrists with your fingertips towards your knees, rocking forward and back gently. Or flipping the palms up to flex the hand this way. On your next inhale, come back to a neutral tabletop. Inhale, reach your right arm up and open towards the side. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath the left, bringing the right shoulder head down onto the mat. Shift your hips back towards the right as well. Option for a bind, reach your left arm up behind you towards the ceiling, reaching for the right hip crease, and then reach the right arm towards the left shoulder. Initiating this twist, maybe take the gaze up as you shift the hips back towards the other direction. And slowly undo what you've got, bringing the right arm down. Left arm goes up and over on the exhale. Inhale, press back up through the left hand. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Open the chest. Circle out the wrist. Switch the direction. And then plant the palm down next to your left. Inhale, extend the left arm out towards the wall. Exhale, thread your left arm underneath the right, bringing your left shoulder head down onto the mat. Shift your hips back over towards the left. Inhale, reach the right arm up, coming into the left hip crease. Left hand goes towards the back of the right shoulder. Take a deep inhale in, deep exhale out. Slowly unravel, bringing your right arm up and over, pressing through the right palm, reach up on the inhale, left arm opens, circle out the left wrist, and switch the direction. Plant your left palm down next to your right, coming back to that neutral tabletop. Brief core engagement, tuck the toes, lift the knees, press down through the palms. We're in a hovering tabletop for a deep breath in. Exhale, press into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog resembles an upside down triangle, but we don't have to have straight edges to make this work. So generous bend in the knees to help lower the chest towards the thighs. All 10 fingers are planted. Maybe take a walk with your dog, pedaling the feet. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Gaze under each shoulder or find stillness. On your next inhale, drop into tabletop, bringing the knees back down to the mat. Exhale, bring the toes together, sit back into child's pose. You can bring the knees together to feel a little bit of sensation in the low back. Knees out wide, you'll feel it in the hips. Fingertips are reaching towards the front of the mat. Forehead is down, rounding the spine. Inhale, press back up through tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, back through tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Take that 2 more times with your own breath, maybe elongating, rounding the spine as you come up through tabletop on your inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale brings you back to tabletop. Exhale back to child's pose. One more time with your own breath duration. Maybe rock the hips from side to side in tabletop. And then we'll all meet in child's pose for our exhale. From your child's pose, walk the fingertips over towards the right, coming into a side stretch. Take a deep breath in, deep exhale out. Inhale, start to walk the fingertips back towards the front. On your exhale, walk them over towards the left. Take an inhale once you arrive. Exhale, sink the hips back over towards the right hip. Take another deep breath in. Deep exhale out. Inhale, walk the fingertips back towards the front of the room for child's pose. Inhale, press up through tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes back to downward facing dog. Tiptoe your way to the top of your mat. You are also welcome to walk, jump, hop, step, however it takes you to get there, and we'll meet in forward fold. Generous bend in the knees to help the torso fold over the legs. Let the head hang heavy, let the neck hang heavy. And then come into Ragdoll by grabbing opposite elbows to really let the weight fall forward. Again, your knees do not have to be straight. They shouldn't be. We don't want to put too much pressure on the joints. Sway from side to side here. And then drop the palms down to the mat. Inhale to halfway lift, lifting the torso parallel with the mat. Hands can come to your shins or blocks if you have them, or books if you're at home. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Your shoulders come up, down, and around, and your head is the last thing to come up. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, stand nice and tall. Reach the arms up high overhead. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back, clasping the hands. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, fold with the clasp. Reaching the arms towards the front of your mat. Remembering to bend in the knees. Slowly lower your hands back towards your tailbone and then lower them down to the ground. We're still in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your right foot back into low lunge. Your right heel is lifted. Your chest is lifted. If you have blocks here, you can use that to bring the ground closer. And just find that length in your leg before dropping down to the knee. Dropping the right knee, untuck the back toes. Lift the arms up high on the inhale. Exhale, drop the shoulders away from the ears. And hold here for one more breath. Exhale, bring your hands down back to the mat. Maybe scoot them back as you sit into half splits, flexing the toes towards your face. We're moving nice and slow here to get the mechanics down, connecting your breath to each movement versus rushing through each pose. Before folding, lengthen your spine, then start to fold over the leg on your exhale. You'll find it's a little bit easier when your belly's deflated and you're not heavily breathing. And then inhale back through your low lunge. Tuck the toes and step forward. Come into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, reach up, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Left foot goes back this time, low lunge. Left heel is lifted high. Lift the chest on the inhale. Exhale, drop the left knee, untuck the left toes. Inhale, reaches the arm up. Maybe sink the hips towards the front of the mat. From here, grab opposite elbows. This might play around with your balance a little bit. And open the chest. Press the palms into the elbows. Slight back bend. Exhale, bring the palms down. Sit the hips back. Right toes towards the face, half splits. Inhale to lengthen before folding over the leg. Feel the back of the leg lengthen. And plug the right hip back. So a lot of times if we're folding forward, one hip wants to go forward. So think about the right hip going back in space, left hip forward, and this will help keep the hips square. On an inhale, come back to your low lunge. Exhale, plant the palms. Firm up the back leg, and just step into downward facing dog. On an inhale, slowly roll out to plank. Option to drop to the knees for modified plank. And then slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Come onto your belly. With the hands still underneath the shoulders, inhale into a baby cobra. Lift the chest, pressing through the palms, shoulder blades together. And exhale, lower the left cheek down on the mat. Inhale, press through the palms, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, right cheek down onto the mat. Inhale, lift into baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Take your arms out to a T. Take one cheek down to the mat. From here, bring your right knee in line with your right hip. Come into half frog. Your left leg is still long on the mat. Option to cactus your arms or bring your hands underneath your forehead. Just take a couple of breaths here. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale one more time and exhale. From your half frog, press up with your right hand underneath the shoulder, keeping the leg where it is. Left arm threads underneath the right. Start to roll over to your back. Come into a supine twist. Rolling your right arm up and over towards the left side of the room. A really deep twist here from half frog. Take a deep breath in. Deep exhale out. Slowly start to roll back over towards the blue curtains, coming back into half frog. And then extend the right leg down next to the left. Switch to the other cheek and bring the left knee up in line with the left hip. Take a deep breath in. Deep exhale out. Plant your left hand underneath your left shoulder to press up just enough to thread your right arm underneath. Take your left arm up towards the ceiling, opening towards the blue curtains, coming into supine twist. And take a deep breath in. Deep exhale. Inhale, slowly start to roll back over, lifting the right arm up, and then coming back into half frog. Extend the leg long. And then press up through tabletop. Exhale back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift the right leg into three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee towards the chest and plant your right foot in between the palms. Spin the right heel down, come into warrior one. From your warrior one, pressing towards the outer edge of your back foot, lift the arms up high or bring the hands to heart center. Looking down to make sure you can still see your toes, your knees stacked over your ankle. Maybe press the palms together for some energy. Take the gaze up high. And just take a deep breath in. Deep exhale out. One more breath. Exhale, framing the front foot, close off the back heel. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale, maybe up to full cobra this time. Exhale, back through tabletop. Tuck the toes into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg into three-legged dog. Exhale, round the spine, knee towards the chest, towards the chin. Left foot steps in between the palms. Come up, warrior one. Again, look down, make sure you can still see your toes. Pressing towards the outer edge of your back foot. We don't necessarily want to cue squaring the hips. That puts too much pressure on the back knee. So think about activating through the back foot to lengthen that leg. Lift the arms up high. And maybe press the palms together. Take a deep breath in. Deep exhale out. Exhale, frame the front foot. Close off the back leg. Step back into high plank. Exhale, lower down through Chaturanga if that's in your practice. Inhale through upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Take about 3 breaths in your downward facing dog. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Press down through the hands. Lengthen through the side body, the side ribs. On your next inhale, drop the knees, come into tabletop. And exhale back to child's pose. Option to bring your hands back around towards your feet to give the shoulders a little bit of a break. Take 3 rounds of breath. If child's pose isn't as accessible, you're welcome to take a block underneath the hips to help lift them here. They're not sitting back towards the heels. And one more round of breath. Inhale, slowly roll up through tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes. Send the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Tiptoe your way to the top of the mat. Come into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bringing the shoulders back down the back, and exhale to lower. Inhale, reach up. Your right leg will come with you. Stand nice and tall. Come into marcher. Find something to focus your gaze on. I suggest a spot on the floor. You can also bring your hands to heart center to help with your balance. From your marcher pose, start to tilt the pelvis forward. Send the right leg back. Come into warrior 3. Challenging our balance here just for a brief moment. Exhale, slight bend in the left leg. Come into high lunge. Reach the arms up high. Drop the back toes. Lift the chest. Exhale, twist towards the white curtains. Right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale back to high lunge, facing the front of the room. Exhale, twist. Same direction. We're going to work that one more time. Inhale, face forward. Exhale, twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, back to high lunge. Step into chair, keeping the left knee bent. Told you we're playing around with our balance. You got it. From your chair, sit the hips low. Try to take the slope out of the back. Look down to see your toes. Hands can come to heart center. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, reach up high mountain. Your left leg comes with you this time. 90-degree angle, bend in the knee. Find a drishti or a focus point. And then drop the shoulders. Inhale, start to pendulum the pelvis forward, bringing the left leg back. Come into warrior 3. And then exhale, bend in the right knee, drop the left toes, reach up, high lunge. Exhale, twist towards the blue curtains, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, forward, one more time. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach forward. Gaze down at your toes, say hello, because we're coming up back into chair. Nice. Bring the hands to heart center. Sink the hips low. Take the ski slope out of the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step the right foot back. And then the left. Take your vinyasa, if you wish, through Chaturanga. 90-degree bends in the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high, come into 3-leg dog. Exhale, your right foot in between the palms, spin up to warrior 2. Hips open towards the left side of your mat. Your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. Straight line of energy from your right fingertips to the back of the room. Inhale to straighten the leg, lift the arms. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale to straighten and lengthen. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Flip your front palm, tip forward to tip back into peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, reach up, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, just to plant the palms for a brief second. Step the left foot back into warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands up. Spin the heel down. You're facing this wall now. Left leg is in front. Take a deep breath in, straighten the legs. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Take a look at your warrior 2 here. Your back foot should be spinning towards the back side of your mat. Your hips are open towards the right side of your mat, like everyone has. It looks great. Long line of energy here. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Close off the back hip. Step the left foot back, optional vinyasa, or just step back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands towards the back of the mat, towards your feet, and hang over the legs. Grab opposite elbows, come back into your ragdoll. Inhale, slowly roll up, come up to high mountain. Since we worked the hips in warrior 2, we'll play around with tree. Options for your tree with the right foot first. You can kickstand the right foot off the toes, take it to the shin, never the knee or the thigh. Find something to focus your gaze on, and then find what tree variation you wish today. Maybe grow some limbs. It's almost springtime, so let's grow here. And trees don't stay steady, so if you wobble, that's fine. trees blow in the wind. So just imagine that. And then come back to your roots. Take one more breath. Exhale, plant the foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Shift the weight into your right foot. Kickstand your left leg. Either here, here, or all the way into the thigh. Press your foot into your leg, leg into your foot. I promise it'll help with your balance. And then start to grow your limbs. Take another deep breath in. Deep exhale, slowly lower the leg all the way back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank. Drop the knees into tabletop and into child's pose. Take 3 rounds of breath in your child's pose. After your 3rd round of breath, on your inhale, slowly press up through tabletop and swing the legs around. Come to a seat with your legs out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. Let the flesh from your hips maybe lift it up, scoot it back. Bring the sole of your right foot into the inside of your left leg, keeping the hips square just for a second here. Reach both arms up. Exhale, slightly fold. You can use your block here as well, or 2. If you have 1, that's fine. But just keep the spine long before folding. And if you are folding all the way down, play around with your breath. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to tuck the belly, forward fold. Take another round of breath. And exhale to release. Inhale, slowly roll up. Walk your fingertips back up towards your hips. Send your right leg down to meet your left. And pull the left sole of the foot into the right thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, start to forward fold over the left leg, flexing the toes towards the face. Take another deep breath in. Lift the chest. And exhale, start to forward fold. Keeping the integrity in the spine. Think about reaching the crown of your head towards where the ceiling and the wall meet versus tucking your chin. Inhale, slowly walk the fingertips back up towards the tailbone. Left foot comes down next to the right. Full forward fold here. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold. You can have a generous bend in your knees. Reach for your big toes, your ankles. If you are folding pretty deep, you can take a block to the soles of your feet and press the toes towards the face and forward fold. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the belly, fold over the legs. Inhale, lifting the chest, walk the fingertips back up towards the tailbone. Bring the soles of the feet together, come into bound angle. You can grab your ankles, your feet, if you want to open them up like a book for a deep hip opening. And then take an inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, walk the fingertips towards the front. Deep hip fold, so you don't have to walk far. Find your breath in this position. Send your breath to those tight points. Breathe through it. And then slowly walk the hands back up towards the tailbone. Close the legs off with the hands. Bring the feet about hip width distance or the width of your mat. Bring your hands behind you and just windshield wiper both legs from right to left. Keeping your right knee up towards the ceiling, take your left leg and scoot it underneath your right. Tuck the right foot over the left knee. Reach the left arm up and take a twist towards the right, hugging your right leg. Right arm is behind you. Sit up nice and tall. Try to keep both tailbones on the ground. Maybe your gaze is over the right shoulder. Slowly start to untwist, facing back towards the left. You can take both hands over towards the left side. Slowly reach the right leg forward. Maybe swing it all the way around. Come into deer. Take your hands over towards your left leg for a twist. And hold here. You should feel this in the right hip crease. Start to walk the fingertips over towards the right leg, reaching for the right knee. Inhale, slowly facing back forward. Shift back over to your left side. Swing the right hip around. Untuck the left leg. Tuck the right leg underneath the left. Cross the right leg, left leg over the right knee. We're getting real twisted, I know. Lift the right arm up. Either hug your left knee or take your left elbow to the outside for that twist. Getting real twisted up here, but you guys got it. And breathe. Slowly start to lift that right arm up. Coming over back towards the right side. Place your palms. Swing your left leg behind you. Come into deer. Flexing of the feet. Staying with your hands over to the right side. Take a deep breath in. Deep exhale out. Walk your fingertips towards the front, all the way to the other side. And hold here. Walk your fingertips back towards the front. Swing your left hip around and just come into easy seat. A lot of hip opening and mobility there. I like to get twisted a little bit, but that was a lot, probably. Take a deep breath in. Deep exhale out. Slowly extend the legs long and roll down onto your back. Plant your left foot with the left knee up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Open the right knee. Take your hands to the outsides of your left thigh and pull the thigh in towards the chest. Keeping the spine long, lift the chin, chucking it towards the chest, and then lower the neck back down. Exhale to take your left foot back down onto the mat. Inhale to reach the right leg up. Exhale, plant the right foot next to the left. Inhale the left foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Open the left hip. Inhale to grab the outsides of the thigh. And exhale to pull the right thigh in towards the chest. Keeping both feet flexed. Spine is long. Exhale to bring your right foot back down onto the mat. Reach the left leg up on an inhale. Exhale, plant the left foot next to the right. Walk your feet out the width of your mat and knock your knees in. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Just take a few rounds of breath here. Take an inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, extend the legs long, come into your Shavasana, or stay with the feet planted, knees knocked in together. If you're coming into a full Shavasana pose, relax the head, relax the neck. Bring the shoulder blades underneath the back to lift the chest. Let the legs splay out wide. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth to relax the jaw. Separate the lips. Maybe close down the eyes. Everyone take a deep breath in together. Exhale, settle back into your Shavasana and rest here. Bring the awareness back to your body, to your breath. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Take a good morning stretch. Reach the arms up high overhead on an inhale. Exhale to release, sink back down onto your mat. Roll over into a fetal position on whichever side is comfortable for you. Thank your body for guiding you through this practice. challenging your balance, twisting and moving and yoking our body, which is what yoga is all about. Start to slowly roll up to a seat. Maybe keep the eyes closed down as we close out our practice. You can cross your legs in front of you. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Thank you all for practicing, and I hope you have a great night.